Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video it's a get to know me video. You probably know me as the girl who makes cooking videos on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I've never formally introduced myself. So for today, we're gonna get to know each other a little bit better. So let's get started. So my name is Vivian and I'm 25, turning 26 this year, and I'm studying dentistry at the University of Otago, and it's gonna be my final year this year. Woohoo! I'm born in Malaysia and I moved to New Zealand 1.5 years ago. I'm currently in Malaysia for my break, but I'll be going back to New Zealand very soon. I've been creating content since like early 2021 and it's been a really incredible journey so far. I posted an Instagram story asking you guys what kind of questions you want to ask me for my get to know me video. So let's start. So how do you start to learn cooking? I've always had a passion for cooking from like a really young age. I'm not really sure why or how it came about because both my parents don't really cook. My mom or like my helper would usually cook our meals, but it wasn't like really like fancy food. It was just like Chinese food, so like rice, veggie, meat, soup, you know. I think I spent a lot of time watching TV, so I would literally be like, this is like the TV screen and then this is like me. I was literally on like Asian food channel, travel living channel and Food Network channel. So I literally watched like Chop, Top Chef, Iron Chef, mainly American like cooking, American TV shows. So I always find it very interesting because a lot of the ingredients that like they were talking about, like I've never heard about, I've never heard of, I've never eaten, so I will like so growing up I've always eaten like Chinese food or like Malaysian food, never actually understood there were like other kinds of food. So that passion in food and cooking led me to like go for cooking competitions, and I had like my baking business when I was in high school to college-ish, and then I went to pursue culinary arts because I think that was what I wanted to do during that time. Like I wanted to be a chef or like a food journalist or something along with the food lines industry thing. But you must be wondering like, how did I even come to this point of like doing dentistry? So that's like a whole story in itself. So if you guys want to know the story on how I went from culinary all the way to dentistry, let me know and I can do a story time or like a video on that. What do you like to do during your free time? So outside of creating content, I like to go to the gym, I like to spend time with my friends, read Bible. So whether it's like talking to my friend for like 6 hours on the phone or like going to a cafe to try a new matcha latte, I think these are the things that bring me joy and like balance in my life. What was your favorite thing you made this year? So I made a lot of food because New Zealand can be quite expensive. Like if you were to go out to have a meal, it'll be like at least $20-ish, and like usually most often when I go out and eat that kind of food, it never fills me up because for me like I need a specific amount of protein and veggie in like every meal. So every time when I go out and like it's just be like rice and meat or like just rice and veggie or something, like a sandwich, which is like a sandwich and like a small piece of ham or something, like that's not gonna fill me up. So I usually cook a lot of food. Like me and my flatmates, we usually cook our own food because there isn't much food available. Even if there is, it's gonna be expensive or not that great. So my favorite thing that I made this year, aka last year, is nasi lemak. So that was my first time actually making nasi lemak, and I will link down the recipe that I use for my nasi lemak. Basically it's from Channel, which is like a Malaysian YouTuber. Her nasi lemak turned out really well and my friends in New Zealand really enjoyed it, so I'll definitely make it again. So why cooking videos, or like how did you start making videos? So during the pandemic, literally everyone was on their phones, I mean myself included. Everyone was like just scrolling through like social media. Everyone was at home because we're all like locked in, right? So I think that kind of made me also go on TikTok, and I was like looking at videos and I was like, oh, this drink video looks so easy. It was like all those aesthetic drink videos, so like pouring ice in a cup and then milk and espresso, and like it's always like so many colors. So I find that like so easy, and I look at the number of views that they get. That's like 1 million views. I was really shocked because like it was just like a 15-second video, but how are they getting so many views? So I was like, surely I can do that, and so I did. So I literally started pouring ice in a cup and then put milk and then put all blah blah blah, and I started posting like videos. And during that time, I was also very curious to understand like the TikTok algorithm and how it works. So I think during that time I was watching like this YouTuber, and he was saying how like, oh, you need to post like 3 videos a day or something like that. So that's what I did. So because I had so much time on my hands, like I was studying, but I was like online studying. That was my first year of dentistry. A lot of things were like, you know, on your own kind of thing. Like you were like studying on your own. There weren't that many clinical skills. There was a lot of time for me. So basically that's what I did. So I posted like 3 videos every day for I don't know how long I did that for. Probably like a few months, maybe like 2-3 months or something. I probably like burned out after a while. But yeah, that was what I did. But then I got kind of bored making like drink videos because there's nothing much you can do with drinks. I just feel like you're so restricted to like what you can do. So then I moved on to making like cooking videos, recipe videos, which I really enjoy making as well. I enjoy making up until this day. Basically did everything on my phone. I didn't have a camera or anything. Like now I have a camera here. I did everything on my phone, and yeah, that's about it. And I just like edited recorded it on my phone and like literally posted it, and that was how I ended up here. Why move to New Zealand? So I moved to New Zealand because I'm on a partnership program from Malaysia. So basically you do 2.5 years in Malaysia and then you do 2.5 years in another country. And I chose New Zealand because it was the fastest for me to graduate, because the other unis you have to like wait like for a few months before you get into their intake with the rest of the local students. So number 2 is because it's kind of near to Malaysia. I wouldn't say it's very near, like now thinking about it, it's actually really far. It's many flights that I have to take. Like I have to take like 3 flights for me to go from Malaysia to like my place of study. Think about it, it's really far, but when I was applying, I didn't really think like about that. I guess for me, my mindset was like, I'm just gonna choose the fastest one for me to graduate, so that's what I chose. Next question is, how are you coping living in a foreign country? At first, when I went to New Zealand, I was quite afraid because I've never lived in a foreign country for a long period of time. And I don't really like mix a lot with like Westerners or Western people. Thankfully, there was like no language barrier because obviously everyone there speaks English, so that's fine, I guess. I think the main thing was culture, because I don't really consider myself as super Chinese or like super Malaysian, but I think it's like you start to appreciate a lot of things like when it's taken away from you. Like for example, like Mooncake Festival. Like I don't think I'm like a super huge fan of like mooncakes. Like sometimes I find them so dry or like too sweet and like they're just full of calories. I'm not gonna eat that. But I think when like I was in New Zealand and I don't see many mooncakes being sold, I don't see like kids with like the lanterns and stuff like that, like it makes me feel sad, or it makes me feel like something is like taken away from me. Thankfully, me and my flatmates, we made mooncakes together, so that really made me feel like home. Overall, I think I'm coping really well in New Zealand now because I not only have my group of Malaysian friends, but I also have my Kiwi friends. Everyone in my batch is also very kind, very friendly, very helpful. I'm also connected to a church there that also makes me feel like home. A career and plans after graduation. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure yet like where I'm gonna work, but I'm just gonna try to apply for jobs everywhere and see where I get. For now, I just want to like focus on like my final year of dentistry because I think it's gonna be pretty tough. I mean, dentistry is definitely not easy, not for the faint of heart, but I really thank God that I am able to reach this stage in my life, and there's 1 more year to go, so I really hope that I'm able to succeed. So goals and aspiration this year. Looking ahead, I really want to make more YouTube videos. I feel like I really enjoy YouTube since I was a kid up until now. Like there's no time where I don't watch YouTube videos. I mean, obviously there are times. I mean, like there's no like long period of time that I go without watching a YouTube video, because I definitely feel like long form content gives a lot more value to the viewers compared to short form content. So I really hope that I can continue to make YouTube videos about dentistry, about cooking, vlogs, my friends, family memories, everything. Like I am very excited for that. Okay, that's a wrap for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed getting to know me a bit better. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!